Over the past few days, I have completed the Titanfall 2 single-player campaign. And I wanted to make a video about it, because it's been a fun experience, and I haven't played a single-player campaign like this all the way through in a long time. I play obviously RPGs, but the campaigns on those are rarely the main... well, they are a focus, but they're not always the main selling point of an RPG. It's often the open world or the characters. Whereas, for once, I was playing a campaign for the purpose of playing a campaign, if that makes sense. And I found several things I really liked about it, which I want to talk about. Hence, I am making this video! So, last night I completed it, and I figured there were three main reasons that I played the campaign and that I enjoyed it all the way through. First off, it's helped with my overall control of the game. Practice makes perfect, after all. If you watched my last video, you know that I've switched to mouse and keyboard as my primary way to play FPS games, and there's been a bit of a transitional phase as to all of that. So I've had to learn the controls of a new game. And playing through the campaign has made it a less stressful way for me to practice my shooting, practice what all the buttons do, and make sure I'm not hitting the vortex shield instead of the hover on my Titan, and weird crazy stuff like that. So once again, another thing that's just handy. Not hugely different, you could do it in a multiplayer, but it's more relaxed to do it this way, I find. Second off is just the narrative. The game has an interesting narrative, it's nothing to write home about. It's a fairly standard hero story, underdog thing. You're not going to run into anything that's insanely new or groundbreaking, but quite frankly it doesn't need to be. It's not a game that's going to make you consider the deepest, complex moralities of humankind, or anything crazy like that. Instead, it's just a bit of fun. What the game does do quite well, though, is linking the multiplayer and the single player together. So obviously the multiplayer maps, I think all of them, or at least almost all of them, show up in the single player, so you get to see a bit of a wider experience of them, get some context behind them, which is quite cool. The map, which you may well be seeing on screen right now, hopefully, if I edit this right, is, I think it's called Dome within the multiplayer, and in the single player it's even cooler, because you get to properly experience it like being built and the whole factory around it, and it's just really awesome. But in addition to that, there's a faction system within the multiplayer, which on its own I've never been too interested in. Since playing the single player, that faction system is so damn cool. So, yeah, I'm trying to say this without giving away any, spoilers or anything, just in case anyone does want to play, but yeah, it really enhances the multiplayer experience by making it just have more personality. Rather than just being, oh, I'm going to go online and shoot people in the face with a gun. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna side with the apex predators and be this badass mercenary. Or, oh, I'm siding with the IMC and being the evil villain of the story. Or, no, I'm gonna be the noble hero of the militia. You get just more out of it like that, I find. It's not obviously essential to enjoy the game, but it's just a nice added bonus. And speaking of that, the campaign has just been fun, which is the most important thing. When playing a video game, I do want to have fun. Obviously there have been frustrating moments, and I haven't enjoyed every second of it. There's always annoying points here and there, but overall I have really enjoyed the experience, and I've recorded it all as well. And watching some of it back, I'm like, oh yeah, that was such a badass moment, and oh, that fight with Ash, yeah, that fight with Ash, I dominated, I was so happy with that. Oh, but the fight with North Star, that was so annoying, but I'm so glad that I killed it in the end. And you get great moments like that in single player, that you can get in multiplayer, of course, but you're just guaranteed to get them in the single player, which is always nice. And on top of that, not having to worry about lag or spawn trapping or all of those other issues that you can run into in multiplayer, such as the other team being, hugely overskilled compared to you, that can be an annoyance too. In the game, it feels just, I don't know, I honestly don't know how to explain it, but it's just more safe, I guess? Seems like I'm really terrible at describing this, but trust me, it's fun. The campaign's only about 4 or 5 hours, I think overall I spent 4 hours 45 minutes on it. I recorded it in like 5 different settings, playing around about an hour each time. So yeah, it's a short but sweet campaign. If you've got just a day to yourself, you can get through it no problem. However, I would like to hear your opinion on the importance of single player in multiplayer games. Do you think it has any place in there whatsoever? Do you think it's like a huge addition that really helps out the game overall? Or are you somewhere in between? Let me know in the comments. Additionally, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and if you want to see more of these videos, like the video, and hit that little notification bell, because YouTube just won't tell you there's videos otherwise, because it's nice like that. As always, thanks for watching. Sarge out.